In HTML and CSS, we need to create colors, and in the past few lectures, we have been doing so with just a handful of different hex codes. You might recognize them as #333 or FFF or FC3, so on and so forth, but we haven't really dived into how they actually work and what they're all about. And the cool thing is that there's actually hundreds or thousands of them. There's a lot. I don't even know how many exactly there are, but there's more than you'll ever really need to use or that you will ever use in your career. And this really cool website, w3schools.com, it's like the Bible for web design and web development. It kind of has everything that you kind of need to know. And this specific page is w3schools.com/html/html_color_values.asp, gives you everything you need to know about HTML color values. And just a quick little breakdown here, we've been using the 3-digit and the 6-digit hex codes, and I briefly explained that you can minimize them into 3 digits if the 6-digit allows so. So 6 Fs could just be FFF, or in this case, FF0000 can be F00, so on and so forth. And you can also use the RGB code, which instead of using the pound and then the 6-digit or 3-digit hex, you could just type RGB and then the RGB color. Down here, you could see the colors sorted by hex value, and if you wanted to grab the color, you just copy it here and paste it into your HTML document. You can also use the color name, but that's the least popular way of doing it, and you probably don't want to do that because it's better just to use the hex code, especially when you're working with a design in Photoshop, like so. If I'm working with this design here, I need to be able to grab this specific color. I'm not just going to say dark gray, because it's not dark gray, it's 3B3A34, and that's the hex code right there. Here is the RGB values and the CMYK values if you need them as well. And so you can grab your colors from Photoshop, you can grab them from right here on w3schools.com, or you can use a really cool tool called Peloton.com, which used to be called colorschemedesigner.com, but I'm assuming these guys bought them out. And so this is the color scheme designer, and you can use this to find out different colors for the web. So if you say you were choosing primary color and I want it to be this color, you could even just type in a very specific color like this. Let's say FFCC33. There we go. And now I wanted to grab, you could play around with this to get different shades, or if you wanted to grab the triadic colors, like so, or the tetrad colors, so on and so forth. You can actually just play around with this to grab your color palette. And this just gives you all the info you need to know about your colors if you wanted to play around with the color scheme designer. So a bunch of different ways that you can find out and play with HTML and CSS colors.